Everybody's familiar with a moment of stillness in the mind when you're moving from one kind of thought to another kind of thought, and there's a certain sort of pause and a silence that happens, and meditation is about that silence and that pause in some way. It's not that you need silence, but it's that you don't, your mind doesn't need to be chasing after all its thoughts. And so the great way for me to play with that is koans. And koans were designed to get us more acquainted with our imagination and the creative qualities in the mind. And I think of them as environments or games or books or something like that. There's something you walk into and you live in for a while, and then after a while you realize you've changed, you know, and the world has expanded in some way. Everybody knows that the mind does its thing without consulting us. You know, thoughts appear, and when we're naive, we think they're our thoughts. But after a while, if we notice, meditation does help you notice that. Nope, they're not your thoughts. You know, they didn't consult you. They arrived without consulting you. You didn't produce them. They just appeared, and you can sort of vaguely relate them to whatever your usual obsessions are. But what are your usual obsessions? Didn't consult you either, so there's that. So it's a kind of a great thing with koans then, in a way, rather than adding thoughts or adding clever things to believe, take things away. And so you stop having to believe your thoughts and just become more skeptical and coincide with the way that as soon as I'm asked to believe something, this part of me stops, immediately opposes it and doesn't believe it. And so koans are good for that. You know, koans don't expect you to believe anything. It's fine to rest in uncertainty. You know, and as soon as you realize that, oh, I don't need to have a structured thought world that I'm living in, depending on every moment, we realize that we do actually fine without a set of beliefs to believe. You know. So the whole issue of koans siding with doubt and skepticism and inquiry is a great thing for me. I'm trying to think of a koan, like there's a koan that goes, step by step in the dark, if my foot is not wet, I found the stone. And so that's clearly some sort of metaphor of how we move through life. You know, that we move through without knowing where we're going, without a certainty about what our goal will be, but we can find our way. And so with a koan, what you do is you don't have to be skilled at it, because skill is something the mind you have every day gets good at things and wants to get good at things, but it does that by sacrificing reality and sacrificing the complexity of life. So if you want to really meet life, you don't need to be good at meditating. You just need to show up, and meditation does itself. The person who's good at meditation, being good at meditating is too much effort and striving and things like that, and the effort and striving is in the service of some goal you probably don't believe in, like that. So you'll find that the koans are more like dance forms where you're just listening to music and the body is moving. You know. But the nice thing I noticed about koans was you can just be in the environment of a koan, like step by step in the dark, if my foot's not wet. I found the stone. You don't have to just, you know, all you have to do is wander around through that koan a bit and hang out with it and befriend it, and you'll find it's kind of it's a little world you can live in, and no matter what you're doing, if you're taking an exam or being chased by Martians or anything, it'll be good. You know, you won't know the outcome. You know, if the stock market crashes, step by step in the dark. If you just won a fortune, step by step in the dark, that you don't even know which one's going to be better. So koans are great like that.